Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, and today we're going to have another 2 versus 2. Yes, indeed, I found another 2 versus 2 I thought was pretty good. Had some pretty good learning points as well. On rails and metals, yes, indeed, some railway embankment, attacked, assaulted, and now the Reich is coming to counterattack. But we shall be doing all the fighting when here in the northwestern corner. We are seeing GoPepsilive. Yes, indeed, this is live with GoPepsi. No, not really. Not quite live, but I do believe this is the account he uses for his casting purposes when he plays on live and using Twitch. Fighting alongside him shall be GenDodoreborn, fighting both for the Americans, fighting both for the 2nd Armored Division. Opposing them shall be PredatorHUN 88 and Kiraye. Not entirely sure what he wants to be pronounced as, but nonetheless, Wehrmacht Panzer versus dual Americans. The Wehrmacht and Panzer combined, making the 2nd SS Panzer Division Das Reich. Yes, indeed, Das Reich. Ever lovely, and in fact, let's get right down to it. It's going to be a bit of a long cast, so probably not have that long sort of still standing intro. My apologies. Of course, I'll try to speed up things here and there. And again, no mid-game analysis. There might even be some lower quality, but I'm sure you'll be used to this by now. But Kit and Crowd heading northwards, going pretty swiftly for the fuel for the Americans. Still, we are seeing a weapon support set up for General Dodo, and a barracks from GoPepsilive, so a less aggressive start for the Americans. Of course, question is, how well will General Dodo be able to keep the forces of GoPepsilive covered with heavy machine guns and other funny bits? And though we are seeing a Wehrmacht quarters up for PredatorHUN, will he also be going for sort of support asset? I mean, it's what some Wehrmacht players do when they're fighting alongside a Panzer Elite player, basically allowing the Panzer Elite player to do most of the fighting, and of course does get ground down. It can be a bit of a mistake. On the other hand, we might be seeing something a bit more clever from PredatorHUN 88. Rifleman on the way for GoPepsilive. Go Pepsi. Personally, I am more of a Coca-Cola man, although I do not mind Pepsi. I think it tastes quite good. I just prefer Coca-Cola. Just fun fact right there. And we looks like we're seeing an MG42 start up from PredatorHUN. Of course, could mean he might be going fully support, but let's not completely judge him out of the game yet. And so for the Americans, are making a pretty aggressive push from the north. Engineers and everything, and might be that they're going for sort of trying to hold this area. We'll find out there. Rifleman on the way. Heavy machine gun following up there, so it looks like a pretty decent support start from them. Browning 30 caliber water cooled. Rifleman leading the way and showing that the Browning machine gun doesn't just quite get ambushed or caught in a nasty position. Nasty, I suppose, would be more accurate. And looks like some Panzer goes right here. Heavy machine gun moving up to support the Panzer Grenadiers as well. And the engineers quickly getting suppressed. Quickly also going down in life. Down to half health. Down to 2 men. American heavy machine gun moving up. And looks like we are seeing some full Grenadiers out from PredatorHUN. No, 88, so he's not going for a fully support start. We are seeing a Jeep coming out from GoPepsilive, but running into quite some excessive heavy fire already. Heavy machine gun team getting suppressed by the 30 caliber, which could be a bit of problems as the bike is also trying to push around, do a bit of damage. Though the Jeep has to be careful itself, it's just taking heavy fire. MG42 gets pushed back. False Grenadiers pushing forward for the fatherland, and now the Panzer Grenadiers are under heavy fire. Or are they? No. Heavy machine gun pulling back. Riflemen now under fire as False Grenadiers move up and immediately open fire with a German weaponry. Already quite a bit of action. Heavy machine gun setting up. Panther is quickly scurrying towards cover. And there we go, the 30 caliber immediately sets about firing. Rifleman going down. 1 man already dead to the False Grenadiers. And it looks like more forces are not moving in. In fact, looks like the Rifleman actually losing up to the False Grenadiers up close. Quite extraordinary. That's a bit rarer, you see that. And there we go, False Grenadiers dead. And squad leader is actually no, wait, there we go. And now the False Grenadiers all of a sudden taking heavy losses. 2 Riflemen, it looks like, actually managed to quickly take that False Grenadier team down to 2 men. Engineers on the hunt from Panzer Grenadiers, who are still holding the east, sort of more central position. Pioneers laying down barbed wire here to protect the flank. Good. Jeep still proving to be quite a nuisance, pushing around. Heavy machine gun of General Dodo pulling up. And MG42 from PredatorHUN also pulling up. Jeep could be going down. Might also make it. Oh dear, Panzer Grenadier got shot in the back. 30 caliber opens up. Panzer is getting fired at rather than pulling up. Quite a bit of action so early into the game. Lovely to see, lovely to see. MG42 moving up on the eastern flank as well. Will there be more false grenadiers out for PredatorHUN? Yes, indeed, 2 false grenadiers, 2 MG42s. That's going to be quite the start. Able to, of course, support Kiraye, but at the same time, he can also sort of make his own movements, make his own attacks, and keep up the pressure elsewhere, which, of course, could be giving them the advantage. So far, though, the Americans are certainly also keeping up the pressure. General Dodo doing, in fact, quite a decent job in supporting the efforts of GoPepsilive. Sniper now on the way for General Dodo. No mortars, though. A mortar could have been a great thing to perhaps, try and knock out the German support assets and keep up some pressure on the German infantry as they're taking cover as well. Panzer Grenadiers getting suppressed. And some pioneers getting caught in a slightly unfortunate position. Further Panzer is getting gunned down. 30 caliber too much, and Sniper reveals himself, though missing. And the rest of the Panzers leaving the eastern half of the map rather bare, except for one MG42 team, which is rather protecting this area, thus ensuring the Americans can't quickly move towards there. And so far, false grenadiers and MG42s being the only thing really at the front, although the Panzer Elite forces are moving up, and looks like an armored car rush has been effectuated by Kiraye. Not entirely unusual, but certainly going to turn things a bit around. But at the same time, GoPepsilive has gone for the BARs, which can certainly be a bit of a problem for the armored cars as long as the riflemen stay in heavy cover. And for General GenDodoreborn, we are not seeing anything else. We're seeing some engineers. 2 snipers out, actually. He's really hoping to drain the crowds of manpower, it seems like. But he's not really getting much out of them at the moment. Panzer is moving out on the flank. Keep moving up. What is the sniper doing? Apparently nothing. Seems a bit of a waste when there's so many good targets. So many good targets at the same time. German forces moving out on the left flank. Not protected at all. This could... oh dear, this could go wrong. Looks like the Americans are quickly removing to another position, a better position, one where they can actually shoot some crowds. Sniper's still hanging about. Looks like the Panzer gun is actually getting ready for an assault. Getting up on ready several flanks. Heavy machine gun still in the building, which is still one pretty important one, as it can cover 2 victory points more or less, plus the areas around them, which also includes a fuel point. And there we go, riflemen charging in, BARs ablaze. We also see a tank trap here to sort of prevent anything from moving through there. False grenades pushed off. Panzerfaust on the jeep, and looks like GoPepsilive has 2 jeeps. That's quite rare, I think. Though looks like Kiraye is quick to respond with an armored car, but will it be enough? Will it be enough? Well, he's getting a second armored car, so that could actually be enough if executed well. Sniper's still not really gaining any kills, which is again quite a bit of manpower being invested into that, and he's not really using them. He might really want to reconsider that quickly. Although it looks like he's heading southwards there. Armored car still proving to be a nuisance, taking some damage from BAR fire and heavy machine gun fire. And down here, Sniper's opening up, finally clearing out some of the MGs, forcing those away. Panzer gun is actually advancing up. Is Kiraye out of his mind? And there we go, heavy machine gun fire. Will the snipers open up? Yes, there we go. And both miss. Unfortunate. One Panzer grenade down. And MG42 and Pioneer support for the armored cars as they're advancing against the American positions up north. Heavy machine gun has been cleared out. Oh dear. Ready. It looks like the snipers are moving up to support this now. New point of crisis for the Allies, as the Germans have found a weak spot and they are pushing everything in they can against it. Armored cars leading the way. Forces of PredatorHUN exploiting, following up with support units and infantry. So good move. And what is he doing here? He's actually mining the heavy machine gun, basically hoping that the American runs into it, trying to recapture that, and of course sets off a mine, perhaps causing some heavy losses. Of course, he could also have taken it and used it to further amplify his own firepower. That's certainly one possibility, but looks like the snipers are moving in. And Volkswagen is quickly getting sniped and quickly running away. Pack in the South Kitten crowd, Panzer Grenadiers Heavy machine guns here proving to be quite the bulwark against the Americans. I mean Germans. Not the Americans. That actually means GenDodoreborn is at 3 heavy machine guns. That seems a bit excessive. Snipers though opening up, armor coming about. And now the riflemen are moving up as well. Still no real anti-tank assets from either player, although looks like now GenDodoreborn is going for tank depot, but nothing of the sort from GoPepsilive. No motor pool, not even a supply yard or a medic station, which could also just be used to sort of help in the long run. But in particular, nothing that can really deal with those armor cars except the BRs, which can do an alright job, but again, it has to be careful they're not caught up in the open. Anti-tank half-tanks pushing on now, bombarding the house. Heavy machine guns trying to support getting hit, and there we go. Heavy machine guns go down. They are now taking quite a bit of damage. And further fighting here. Quite a bit of damage to the armor cars. BRs tearing through their thin armor. Mine going off as the Americans are trying to reach the heavy machine gun. 2 men down, but the snipers push on. Heavy machine gun could be left behind, and it is in fact cleared out. Further fighting here. Panther is getting combusted. Although the engineers quickly get pinned. Heavy machine gun lift up there in the swell. Rifle moving up. One secured, and the MG42 could fall into American hands as well. This could be a huge deal. Looks like fresh infantry though is out, and GoPepsilive does indeed secure the MG42. As false grenadiers and grenadiers push the assault supported by a Panther up, their cannon grenades fly off. Snipers moving up as well. Sniping the grenadiers as they move up. Oh dear. And the heavy machine gun spell the end of this assault by PredatorHUN 88. And let's go in fact look at him. No doctrine as of yet. Some infantry, some packs, some support units, all the MG4 fall into the hands. And we are seeing a veterancy going up for the infantry. That is good. That is good. Panzer grenades with assault rifles here and there. Medics getting shot down, so that means we are in fact seeing a medic station for GenDodoreborn. Perhaps hoping to get himself some infantry that way. Not a bad idea. Also not unusual to see players who go for the weapon supports and they go for either airborne or infantry to get themselves some elite infantry that way, and at least ensure they have some infantry. So a bit of firing here. Snipers moving about. Getting spotted. Oh no, they uncloaked actually. And we are seeing a Hellcat coming out for GenDodoreborn, pushing forwards. Though has to be careful, there are packs abound. It looks like the Germans are for now stabilizing the situation, though for how long? What can I say? Again, the sort of lack of anti-tank assets with GoPepsilive has made it possible for the Germans to gain a good solid position on the map. More grenadiers coming out to support the efforts of the 2nd SS. Assault in the east, heavy machine gun in the building, firing up. That is, by the way, PredatorHUN's last MG. If he loses that, he might be in a bit more trouble. Armor cars, false grenadiers moving in. MG's getting pulled out. Getting gunned down on the retreat. Oh dear. Swift counter-attack by German infantry. Rifle moving up. Will there be anyone moving into the building to protect? Yes, indeed. Is he sending both rifle teams into it? That's quite a bit. And also quite a bit of BAR fire protected that way. Others being hunted down, trying to get the packs and things. By the looks of it. Full gun is getting gunned down. MP40 is being equipped. And Panther is now catching the rifle. Oh dear. More MP40s out for PredatorHUN. The rifleman looks like they will be making out of that rifle inside the building, getting bombarded. Fire here. Snipers clearing out whatever they can. Pioneers and such. But in the east, there's a dire lack of anti-tank assets. The armored cars rule supreme. And now an assault from Volksgrenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers pushing through the south.
Losing a sector.
Again, the lack of anti-tank assets is really hurting GoPepsilive. Flamethrowers as well being reported. And calling in artillery right here, I think. Could it be, or is it elsewhere? On the anti-tank half-track, damaging the engine. Pack trying to get away from the flamethrower engineers. Grenadiers and false grenadiers caught up there. The Panzer Grenadiers have been forced away or not pulling into the assault, occupied elsewhere. Attention of Kiraye. Grenades on the house. Heavy losses to the rifleman. Oh dear, death everywhere. Pack down, but so does the engineer go down. Anti-tank half-tank gets knocked out by heavy damage and immobilized. Hellcat. Oh no. Armored cars doing what they can. German infantry advancing up here. Again, no real anti-tank assets. Again, really hurting the Americans then when GoPepsilive really has to rely solely on GenDodoreborn for anything that can really blow up a tank or even an armored car. Oh dear, mine knocks out one jeep, other jeep left behind 2 armored cars. And pack has been recruited as well, leaving another jeep down for GoPepsilive. Troops getting sniped. It looks like GenDodoreborn has a heavy machine gun of his own, but that's never mind. Dead. Tank destroyer getting repaired. Anything else from General Dodo? And an MG42 definitely placed right there. Panzer is getting killed. Rifleman might want to get back and reinforced, even healed a bit. And the snipers also push onwards. Fox gunner down, falls into a crater. And more artillery on the pack, it looks like, or just somewhere else, who knows. And the pack goes down. The pack goes down completely, in fact. It looks like Kiraye has gone for Luftwaffe. It looks like PredatorHUN has gone terror. Luftwaffe arriving, Sherman arriving, and sadly the flak Panzer cannot really do much against a Sherman, but looks like he's already getting the solution to that. Panthers, Panzerkampfwagen 5. Flak shells falling off the front of the Sherman, but the pack gets off a better shot. Rather than continuing in the east, we are seeing a few observation posts. And Panthers almost ready. While the rifle moving out on the flank, barbed wire has been laid down to try and halt them, but doesn't quite succeed. And again, lack of anti-tank assets really tearing apart GoPepsi's infantry. Again, it's not really doing him any favors, and there we go. Repair bunker getting hit by the Sherman, but Panthers are arriving. Rifleman getting absolutely shattered by the Wirbelwind. Rifleman pinned, dying, Panther moving up. Kettenkrat doing a bit of nasty harassment. They might get caught.
Achtung, enemy forces are attacking our
And once more the riflemen are not doing well. Also note there's a little trick to sort of spotting packs that are cloaked. If you're suddenly out in nowhere, where you know there's no heavy cover, actually see that little green shield, you can actually know there's a pack hiding there. It's a little trick some higher ranking players use. Figure I might as well reveal it to you. Little fun fact. And I believe it in fact also applies to infantry, so I suppose you could use infantry to sort of get heavy cover behind a pack. Might get a bit of synergy there, although again be careful with artillery then. Panthers moving up, opening up on those poor unfortunate riflemen caught in the center. But for the Panthers it's all fire free. Several Shermans are now moving in, though not upgunned, which they'll definitely need, and some tank destroyers. And again, doesn't look like GoPepsilive is getting anything that can really stop a tank or even an armored car. General Dodo has actually gotten some infantry. Armored car spots the snipers. Oh dear, but the armored Shermans are arriving. And armored car goes down. I think that was the last armored car. Yes, indeed, leaving behind on some Panzer grenades, although Panthers are now there to save the day. And there's an Ostwind. It looks like multiple finally going up for GoPepsilive. About bloody damn time. Really need some anti-tank guns. And by really needs, I mean really needs. Heavy machine gun team being forced on the run and goes down to the Panthers, the might of the Panthers. Grenadiers, Pioneers in support. Snipers opening up on the Kettenkrad. That was less inspired, and the Panthers clear them out pretty easily. Jolly good. Us Wirbelwind, I mean, caught by the Shermans who have been outgunned. Good, good. Makes it much easier for them to deal with armor. Panther is caught out in the open. They could be going down. It looks like we are seeing rocket artillery. Sturkasufus from PredatorHUN 88. Getting a bit of artillery fire to the German forces. Sherman's getting hunted down by Panthers. And Sherman out of control. We are seeing Allied War Machine though going up. Saving one Sherman and quickly getting it replaced. Hurrah for the 2nd Armored Division. No, what was it? Never mind. Panthers holding the line as a horde of riflemen streams in towards center and east. Though there's MG42s and Panthers going to go cover that area. And an assault in the west as German riflemen moving in there. A pretty aggressive assault overall. Though it's going to get stopped on the flanks by the looks of things. Volksgrenadiers with MP40s, MG42s and a Panther. German quickly run off. GoPepsilive giving it everything he's got. Oh, flanking the MG42.
The enemy is weakening even now.
Jolly nice move. Luftwaffe troops have arrived to support the Kiraye and the 2nd SS. Though they are quickly getting suppressed. And a Calliope now fires madly into everything. So a bit of rocket artillery. And some Shermans which could be in a bit of need of repair.
Panther.
And looks like by this stage the Allies are actually securing half the map. Quite astounding considering they're facing Panthers, Panzer Grenadiers, Sturkasufus and whatnot. But let's go look back at GoPepsilive, who has access to artillery. Pack gets spotted. Oh dear. Will there be an attempt at sort of calling down artillery? Veteran 2 up for vehicles, which of course also affects half-tags and gives them at Veteran 2 increased damage. Panzer is getting slaughtered. Yes, indeed. Wirbelwind arrives, forcing away the riflemen and dropping a BAR. And now a quick counterattack, Panthers.
Trying to take our territory.
No attempt at artillery, it looks like. Though finally getting some anti-tank guns, although now with the Sturkasufus around, it might get a lot less effective, as of course the Sturkasufus can just fire at it and knock out the crews. And in fact, he's getting more. A little mobile rocket battery. And there we go. Firing madly into things. A few units going down.
Rifleman, you got it.
And again, heavy cover. Sherman faced off against a Panther, though that's not going to work out alright. I would suggest augmenting the Shermans with a few tank destroyers. And another Calliope barrage, but it doesn't quite seem to be doing much. 2 kills so far, not impressive. Considering the cost, that is 650 manpower. German assault. Moving up, MP40s and Grenadiers galore. Heavy machine guns left behind here and there. And butterfly bombs to protect the center. Good, good. Medic station is still standing, surprisingly.
We're losing a strategic sector.
And I think at this stage, a 2nd Calliope might be a bit off. He needs something that can more directly handle the Panthers. He needs tank destroyers, quite frankly. Not more rocket artillery barrage to saturate the area with explosive death. Anti-tank guns firing, but they are exposed. Although it looks like the artillery so far not really concerning them with that. Though the anti-tank guns are getting hammered from the sides by Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers. Less Sterling. Grenade 68. Oh my, mines go off, riflemen die. Wirbelwind and Luftwaffe troops towards the east.
Enemy unit down.
Looks like some did go down to a bit of artillery fire. Panther pulls out ever so slightly. Veterancy 2, defensive and offensive veterancy. Anti-tank gun getting pretty bold. Has to be careful it doesn't get knocked out by the Panther though. Or an anti-tank gun which got a lucky hit by the looks of things. Veterancy 3, which actually increases damage by ever so slightly. And the anti-tank gun right there is decrued. Sherman moves forwards. Volksmans get pushed back, and there we go, artillery against the American anti-tank positions. Quite a lot of artillery. And butterfly bombs, anti-tank gun goes down, rifleman getting hammered as well. Kiraye barrages once more, not quite achieving much in terms of getting hit. Again, I really think he should have gone for some tank destroyers or possibly gone for a Pershing at this stage. That's a bit too late to do that now. Another Allied war machine, another Sherman bites of dust. Panther's doing alright. Arctic sneaking about.
They're hitting one of our forward
And another push from PredatorHUN, who's now getting a sniper of his own.
Field repair is now available. Losing ground out there.
More Shermans arriving freely and all that. Area's getting pretty saturated with rockets though from both sides. Either Kiraye or the sort of heavier Nebelwerfer rockets which were housed to half tracks, and the sort of Stukas of Fuss configuration with the Wurfrahmen 40. There was of course also the Panzerwerfer, which actually used lighter rockets than this. They used the sort of exact rockets as the Nebelwerfer in-game uses, the one you sort of used to get from the Sturm Armory, just sort of mounted on the open multi on the back. The Germans also actually had their own variety of the Katyusha, which was, I believe, composed of a German captured French half-track with captured Katyusha rockets mounted on it. And some of them were actually used in Normandy, although I believe the SS were the ones who actually mostly used them. And a Panzer IV infantry support tank ready. Rex getting hammered. Germans advancing once more right into the front line of a Panther. And looks like mortar half-tanks also doing what they can. More anti-tank gun from GoPepsilive, but I think he needs to stop producing them. He probably would have been better off with a tank depot and getting some tank destroyers. Possibly hoping for an off-map combat group. Units going down. Looks like a kitten crowd. Half-track still being a problem. In fact, they are multiplying. Breeding. Kiraye again, not really achieving much considering they cost 650 manpower. Which actually means he's so far spent 1300 manpower to gain 10 infantry kills. I'm pretty sure they could have done more with more Shermans, or possibly some anti-tank, or some tanks. So now he's getting anti-tank guns again. When your opponent has something like this, you usually try to get that knocked out first before getting anti-tank guns. Panzergrenadiers and the Panzer in the west. And more rocket artillery.
Hitting one of our forward emplacements.
I'm pretty sure he's paid less for this, and he's getting more out of it. He's got 16 kills and an armor kill. Could be an anti-tank gun, so still counts as something. And Another Kiraye barrage. Americans moving up through these stop bottom grenadiers.
One of our
Though,
forward emplacements.
quick
Trying to
reaction
take our
from
territory.
Kiraye stops that. Panzer IV and the Wirbelwind Flak Panzer.
They're hitting one of our forward emplacements, trying to take our territory.
More rifle are streaming in, but again, he's not really got the assets to pull through, to punch through. He needs something
We have a
armor
secure
that can
sector
knock out
under
vehicles
attack.
like the Shermans, but he's keeping them towards the
Losing ground out there.
Panthers, which isn't really helping me. I mean, if a quick action here with some of the Shermans here doing some damage, possibly knocking out some of those Panthers, then putting them out as the Panthers arrive, and leave only some infantry and such to hold the line. Could work, could
300
work.
points left.
Another idea might be for the Kiraye track to sort of try and bombard the half tracks, try and get them with the Kiraye barrage, try to do some damage, keep them a bit on their move. Instead, just more artillery absolutely burning the area with heavy rockets. Quite excessive. And looks like a Königsjäger has arrived to support the efforts of the 2nd SS and the Luftwaffe providing some air support. Though not achieving much, you have to remember you have to actually have line of sight for it to work.
Casualties being reported.
Königsjäger though continuing the fight, 8 kills already. And some folks going to support it. Nice job there by PredatorHUN. More Kiraye barrages. Panthers are looking slightly shabby at this stage.
Losing ground out there.
Finally getting some tank destroyers again, GenDodoreborn. That was about bloody damn time. Oh wait, hang on a moment.
Our forces are taking casualties.
Never mind.
What are my coordinates?
Hellcat on the move. Right, and let's go have a look at PredatorHUN actually. "14 kills for the Kiraye, also gets veteran to 1, which increases rate of fire with the radius or frequency of its barrages. And Luftwaffe was quickly putting together the Panthers again. Good, good. As a rule of thumb, try not to send in your Hellcats alone against King Tigers and Panthers. I mean, usually you want some Shermans to sort of, take up the attention of the tanks and then sort of have this tank destroyers flank. You try not to send in the tank destroyers on their own. Some pretty heavy damage done there by the Sturkische. Some of them have also been quite heavily damaged. And looks like something went down. Not entirely sure what it was. I guess a half track. No? Then I have no idea. Allied 2nd Armored Division running into quite a bit of problem for the 2nd SS Panzer Division. Oh wait, it was the 3rd Armored. Never mind.
What are your orders?
It looks like another half track, another Sturkische.
Receiving enemy fire. Stand by for target. Turret transfer on.
King Tiger heroically holding the line in the west, while the east is barely bothered. Both allied players really trying their best to sort of hammer their way through, but they're not quite succeeding. And King Tiger getting barraged. Actually doing a bit of damage, but nothing excessive either. Looks like anti-tank guns are slowly moving in, so perhaps try and deal with it. And looks like we're seeing assault here. Tank destroyer off. GoPepsilive probably means off-map combat group. Flak Panzer secured though. Could be going down. Anti-tank gun left behind. What will happen if the Americans secure that? Tank destroyer keeps moving. Smoke going down to support the American advance and showing the MG can't really do much, but I think it's actually didn't protect the troops trying to take the victory point. It's leaving them quite exposed. MG getting hit by grenades, getting gunned down, although the smoke will actually might even save them as they retreat. And yes, indeed, looks like that was the... No, they actually did not survive. Tank destroyer taking heavy damage, but so is the Panther. Anti-tank gun got cleared out. And I think the King Tiger, no, it's still there, although it's quite damaged. Tank destroyer and Panther heavily damaged, and the tank destroyer goes down again. Not quite enough support. Where were the anti-tank guns? Looks like several armor pits already there. Move them, General Dodo, to the front. And help Wolverine and Panzer IV fighting off against each other. Who will win this? Looks like the Panzer IV just got neutralized. And one more shot, I imagine. There we go. Panzer IV down, and then a mortar round gets a tank destroyer. King Tiger continuing its trip of punishment. 16 infantry kills, 2 armor kills. Calliope's getting absolutely hammered with artillery. Anti-tank gun firing away at the King Tiger. Where is that American armor? Get it moving. Anti-tank gun down again. Rather looks like a collapse at this stage of the fight. In particular again because GoPepsilive simply did not have anti-tank weaponry when he needed it. Let's go have a look at Kiraye, who's got quite a lot of abilities. BR's left behind but not secured. Bit of a shame that. King Tiger getting attacked, still quite damaged. Sherman moving in, tank destroyer moving in. And dual sticky bombs on the King Tiger, immobilizing it. Oh dear. Right in front of 2 Calliope's, lots of artillery. Oh dear, that still gets the forces are hitting their own King Tiger. And there we go. Calliope barrages. Another anti-tank gun. Again, I don't think that's what you need. Looks like the King Tiger is still there. The second barrage might change things. Main gun destroyed, and there we go. King Tiger kaput, blew up. Panther moving in, getting hit, and we are seeing Luftwaffe support as American armor tries to knock out that Panther, but will they be able to? Luftwaffe firepower damaging that Sherman quite excessively. And quite a bit of anti-aircraft fire, and yes indeed 50 caliber machine guns do actually work against aircraft. I believe these sort of things were actually anti-aircraft mounts. Sort of funny thing about those MGs on the top of the tank, they were actually meant to shoot down aircraft. They were also commonly used against infantry. Not that they always did. The trig in particular, the MG42 was a bit lackluster, although they could do it. A 50 caliber would probably be a bit more well suited. And Panther getting hit, lots of artillery fire again. Greyhound in the north. American armor making their way through. Infantry caught out. German infantry getting slaughtered. Calliope barrages, snipers on the run. Panthers holding the line though, although one quite damaged while doing so. Half-track still a nuisance. Not really been dealt with. And a Pershing arrives from GenDodoreborn, about damn time. And that Panther heroically holding out. 26 infantry kills, 2 armor kills. The other one, 19 and 5 armor kills. Absolutely astounding. A real Panzer ace. Or Panther ace, I suppose. Pershing arrives. Will it be enough though? And will there be any support from it? Will the tank destroyer arrive to assist? The Pershing gives numerical superiority. Luftwaffe though arrives again. Henschel strafing run. And opens up madly on the German American armor. Quite lovely. And what is this? What is this? Ah, a firestorm. Didn't quite do much, although managed to damage the engine on the Pershing. Oh no! And a counter Kiraye barrage again. No real attempt knocking out the half tracks. No real attempt, and quick move up by the infantry again. Several grenadiers, full grenadiers, some with BERs, some with MP40s. Rangers from GoPepsilive again. I think those are a bit bloody late, mate. Could probably use those against the armored cars. Why is the Pershing remaining there? Why it's not getting pulled back? And right there where the Pershing is, the rockets begin flying. Although looks like other armor's getting hit. Oh dear, cloaked Hellcat knocked out. And we are seeing an inspired assault going on here. Veterans see free infantry firing away madly, lots of fire, some getting killed. Snipers also getting infected out of it. Looks like they managed to tear through all of this infantry in pretty short time. Panther on the move. Anti-tank and trying to support. Another off-map combat group. More rangers, more riflemen, a mortar.
Panzer, stand by for target.
Again, the Stukas of Fuss proving to be quite an issue. Kiraye is firing in response. 24 infantry kills. More heavy rocket artillery.
The enemy is weakening even
And again, the anti-tank gun goes down. Quite a bit down.
System in order. Awaiting command.
The enemy has a mere 100 points.
Panther charges right into the mess. Not caring about all the American armor. Quite bold. Quite bold. Let's go look at GoPepsilive again. It's really not doing too well at the moment. And what is this? A B-1 rocket? Wherever could it land? Wherever could it land? Right at the victory point? No! At the... oh my goodness! That was quite a bit there. Looked quite impressive, in fact, with that V1 from a side view. Tank destroyer in the German base. Panther on the hunt. Panther command up. Could he be going for Panther himself? And artillery right into the German base. Oh, our grenadier team gets absolutely annihilated with BARs, in fact. That was not good. Kiraye be hammering the sensors. German advancing as well, perhaps hoping to get that Panther. Tank destroyer could be joining in. Will they get the Panther? Will they? Will they? And a Wirbelwind gets knocked out. Pershing moving up, but extraordinarily damaged. Main gun destroyed on the Panther. One shot, and the Panther could be going down. And the Luftwaffe saves the day for all the half tracks. Main gun destroyed on this German now. Panthers moving in. Looks like a Panther coming in from PredatorHUN as well. More Panthers for the 2nd SS. Tank destroyer left behind. Rifleman charging in. The Luftwaffe can't protect against that. And in another inspired assault, quite interesting. Mortar half coming on its own. Pershing moving up. And a Panzer IV. Whoops, headset fell off. And camera got skewed out of angle again. Sorry. Pershing rather in a lot of trouble with all those Panthers. Sticky bomb on the Wirbelwind. Panzer IV flying away. And the Germans keep on pushing. Panther pretty damaged though by all of this. And no veterans fought though from PredatorHUN. Not entirely sure why he's insisting on doing that. My apologies, things are not quite working out all of a sudden. And stabilization has been achieved again. Tank destroyer again from GoPepsilive. Pershing again in trouble. Rifle and heavy machine guns mortar moving in. And once more the Pershing bites the dust. I think that might have been the third Pershing going down. Calliope getting hammered. And this is pretty much the end, my friend. The Allies have been completely decimated. GenDodoreborn has absolutely nothing. And GoPepsilive doesn't quite have much either.
We have a secured sector under attack.
And just calling in Pershing, it looks like, I mean, we'll just beat this up. I mean, there's not really much to be achieved here. And really this can basically come down to the fact that GoPepsilive really wasn't prepared for the armoured onslaught, which rather allowed the Germans to really effectuate. And, well, what can we learn from this? I mean, in this case, I mean, this really sort of showed, you know, in 2 versus 2 games, always ensure you have your own anti-tank assets. GoPepsilive did not get that. That meant the Axis went for him, they hammered him in, did some terrible things, and thus rather gained the advantage which the Allies weren't really able to come back from. That was quite the issue. I mean, had GoPepsilive had some anti-tank assets, even just some bazookas, things might not have looked so grim. The Germans might not have been able to quite get as big an advantage, and things might look different. It might have also been an idea if GoPepsilive had gotten a medic station of his own. It didn't quite. And again, I think in this case, the Calliope is really well a misspent resource. I mean, he probably shouldn't have gone for them. He probably should have spent more on tank destroyers to really deal with the Panthers. I mean, Calliopes don't quite do much against those, in particular when they get more veterancy. So that was definitely an issue right there. Again, sort of mismatching resources against things they should have been used against. I mean, the Germans did pretty well, got Panthers, and when they realised, well, the opponent seems pretty terrible at dealing with those, so let's get more. And of course, the rocket artillery, of course, ensured that anti-tank guns wouldn't do much against them. But then, again, there came another Allied flaw. They got anti-tank guns. They got more. In fact, GenDodoreborn, instead of getting more tank destroyers, went for a motor pool to get anti-tank guns. Not really good at all. Not really good at all. And a part of me thinks that GoPepsilive might have been better served with airborne, perhaps. But he might not have either way. So anyways, there we go. I do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends. And if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane, saying cheers.